When the 90-day challenge came, I was at the point where I was so desperate that I figured it wouldn't matter if I, gave my first tenth to the Lord, because whether I did or whether I didn't, I wasn't going to be able to meet my financial obligations. I have no choice but to trust you, and so I'm going to do that, no matter how difficult it may seem. I felt really stuck, like between a rock and a hard place, just not being able to stay where I was, but not being able to go anywhere else.
She really needed to get out of the rental that she was in. One of the reasons for her seeking out housing is that her rent was so high that we could get her into a house for less than she would have had to pay in rent. There are certain people that come into your life that you just know that God sent them to you.
When your rent is due and your bills are due and you don't have the money, it's very difficult.
And she would go through all the paperwork, only to maybe get a little discouraged and see that that wasn't going to go through, and we'd go to another bank.
My possibilities of owning a home just seemed dead. Here we are, I didn't know where to turn or what to do, but I just kept tithing.
I don't think it's going to happen.
And so I just kept pursuing and just reading scripture. Every promise that I could draw from scripture, I told God, you said this, God, and I believe it, and I'm not, even though my circumstances don't seem like this is reality, I know that your word is true. I just kept believing what he said.
And then the glimmer of hope came in.
But yes, you are pre-approved for your mortgage.
And we were able to go start looking for houses. Houses don't come up every day that will meet the criteria. Well, God kind of laughed at me for my "O ye of little faith," and that night one new house came on.
It seemed possible, but it fell through.
Funny, the next night, another house popped up on the market, and we went there. She went ahead and put an offer in on.
Naomi spoke to the seller a little bit about my story, and they wanted to bless me by accepting my offer, which was lower than what they were asking.
She qualified for an extra subsidy on it. Her interest rate would only be 1%. And that meant an extra $250 a month to her. And she shared with me that she had taken the 90-day challenge. And up till that point, I don't think the two of us knew that we had attended the same church.
One blessing after the other, like the fact that the owners being Christians, and he offered me all of the furniture in the home, and gave me an air conditioner, and just so many things. And at the beginning of this tithing challenge, I did not want to tithe so that I could receive more blessings. It would be wonderful if I could just give to other people and not be so consumed with my own problems. So that's what this has meant for me. It is just like a conversation that I had with God, and he answered me, and it's so beautiful.